What you don't know is that I call you the white Jamaican, okay?
Many blessings and lessons. May your L's be victories in disguise. Yeah.
You can always catch me in a new tank. Top down, system up, 2 chains. All up like the cream, like it's Wu-Tang. We just wanna ball like it's 2K. You can always catch me in a new tank. Top down, system up, 2 chains. All up like the cream, like it's Wu-Tang. We just wanna ball like it's 2K.
We just wanna ball
like it's 2K.
And we just won the ball like it's 2K. What's going on, everybody? This is a new episode of Kenn's Corner, and today we got a familiar face. I'm sure it's for a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time on the corner, though, so I need you to introduce yourself to me, man.
What's good? It's your boy OG and you already know what it is. It's a hooligan life.
There you go. Go. So look, man, my first question. All right, I've heard about you a long time ago. You know, we're not gonna date ourselves,
yeah.
Right? But you know what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted to know how you got that name.
Well, when I was younger, I started off as So Illa. Then after I finished my first album, really, I played it for my OG, my old head, and he was like, nah, you not So Illa anymore. You OG Illa now. Like, you've been grown. So, you know, when your old head tells you something like that, you kind of run with it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I felt like, you know, my music had transformed. I was growing as a person, so, you know, I moved on from that and became OG Illa.
I like that. You feel me? There was a reason behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so tell us all like where you're from, you know.
Oh, Richmond, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? But all over, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the East and the West, you know what I'm saying? I went to VCU, so you know, I've been all over the place.
Oh, so like you've been doing music for like a while. Like when I moved to VA, well, when I moved back from school, you know, your name was the first name that I heard that was like really making noise, and this is like a few years ago, you know what I'm saying? So like what I really want to know is like how you started with the music.
Well, I've always loved music, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be Usher before I ever wanted to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I was 5 singing in my mom's, you know, living room and stuff like that. But I went to soccer, I went to VCU on a soccer scholarship, and I got sick, lost my scholarship because I couldn't play anymore. And I had like a really big void in my life, you know what I'm saying? So, because this is something I spent, you know, basically, you know, 8 years of my life training to get to this point, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, I always loved music, and then one day I was writing poetry, which I've done since I was a child, and one of my boys was like, yo, you should put that to a beat. I put it to a beat, and then like, I don't know, I just kind of fell in love, and like that kind of filled that hole in my life, and you know what I'm saying, I just ran with it ever since.
Yo, so that's pretty crazy. So you started like later than a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, I was like 19 when I really started like rapping, yeah.
Man. And really quick, you know, you played soccer. I did not know that.
Yeah, man, that's like you know, one of my first loves. You know what I'm saying? I still play every week and everything. So, but yeah, that's one of my passions.
I did not know that. I'm sure a lot of people didn't know that too, man. But that is, you know, that's really dope though. You know what I'm saying? So like, my next question is, how did you cultivate your own sound? Like, how did that come about?
That was actually the hardest part of everything. Like, I think that's where a lot of people either make it or don't make it. You know, if you don't spend enough time becoming your own person, developing your own sound, your own style, you know, creating your own wave, then it's kind of like generic. You know what I'm saying? You sound like everybody else. So I spent a lot of time like reflecting, making music, falling back from music, reevaluating, and then like around like 2013, 2014, I really started like getting into my zone, into my mode, and then like I'll say about like 2015, I really got to where like I was like, yo, I got a sound, I got a wave, and I got something that's unique, and it's not like you have to try anymore. It's like who you are. You know,
natural.
So yeah.
That's pretty. What I always wanted to know, because I've heard like a bunch of songs from you throughout the years, but which song did you make where you were like, okay, I can take this seriously? You know, because you started just a tad bit late, and when people who start late, the problem is that they sort of teeter with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, which song did you make that was like, yo, I'm really nice?
Well, if you would have asked younger me, I was always nice. I was the nicest alive.
Right.
But no, The first song that I felt like people really caught onto and they really loved was the song I have called Broad Street Elite. It's, you know, Shako the Short Pump. But I feel like the first song that I made that I felt like I finally got to that next level was a song called Sour Power. And I actually recorded it the day I found out one of my boys died. And just like I put a lot of heart, a lot of soul into it, and I was with B-Nice, who was my engineer at the time. And it just, I don't know, it just felt next level. Everything about it felt next level. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of traction with it. We got a lot of love from it and everything. So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, one thing that people might not see off top, well, not really see, they might not be able to tell, you know. And I'm only asking this because there's kids out there who think that going the route you did, and I don't want to, how do I put this? Like, I don't want to say that what you did was wrong, because we all have to do what we have to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But recently, you know, you were locked up.
I just got out of jail in May. Yeah.
Right. So, do you feel comfortable like telling us just a little bit about that? Yeah. Like, not too much about what happened, but
I mean, you know, I grew up in foster care. I grew up in the system, and you know, you get comfortable, you get adapted to a certain lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And since I was, even when I had a scholarship, you know, I was still running the streets and not really doing, you know, I guess the righteous path or anything like that. But you know, last year I got caught up in a sting operation.
Call you Ted, yeah, napkin tucked in, I'm just mobbing. Strip club, throwing ones, pussy popping. I just need the cat like a Charlotte. Your bitch treats you like an option. Yeah. See what I want and I cop it. I'm just going in.